Fasting. I would like to tell you a little about fasting. Well, there are two types of fasting. There's corporate fasting and there's personal fasting. Corporate fasting is when the elder of the church or the leader or the bishop would lead the whole congregation in fasting. That's corporate fasting. And personal fasting is when you of your own self want to fast, want to take a couple of days and you want to really call upon the Lord and you want to put aside certain things and focus on God and be connected with Him. Now, what is fast? Fast is putting away pleasurable things. When you put it aside and you want to say, Lord, I want to take this time to reconnect with you. I want to put aside everything because I want to reconnect with you. Now, some person might say, how would you know when to fast? And, some questions persons might ask like, you sure that God calling you on this fast? Well, Jesus would have set a perfect example for us because He would have said when we fast, not if we should fast, but when we fast. So it is required for us to fast. We have to fast because He said that. He knew the reason why He said that. And because He said that is that the moment that we realize that we need to be connected to God, that's the time that we should fast, because it's not that you have to consult or have to get a permission for you to fast. No, it's about when you know that it's time. How will you know it's time for you to fast? For example, sometimes you pick your Bible up in the nights or during the day and you want to read your Bible. You say, you know what, I'm going to commit this time and I'm going to take this time and read my Bible. Now you start reading your Bible and like next 10 to 15 minutes you fall asleep. That is a sign that you need to fast. Now let's say another example, you praying and you say, no, I'm going to take at least 5 to 10 minutes and pray. Sometimes you start praying and you fall right to sleep. That is also a sign that you need to fast. Now sometimes when you have addictions, well, we all have addictions and there are different types of addictions. Sometimes you might be addicted to food and you just can't stop eating, and you might be addicted to reading and you might be addicted to your cell phone. You just can't come off of it. You're addicted to playing games, and there's so much of addiction, and our God is such a jealous God, right? The moment we put all our interest in one thing and we put Him aside, that is a time when we know that we have to fast. Now when these things happen to us, it's because our flesh takes over us. That is why the Spirit of God in us really can't work, because when the flesh takes over, now repetition is one. According to how you routine your day, that's how your life would be. Let's say, for instance, you always want at 12 you would have lunch, you would talk with a friend. At 1 o'clock you would call somebody, or after work you go meet somebody, or when you come home you clean, you whatever routine you set for that day, and it consistently every day, your mind and your body already programmed that way because you program yourself that way. Now, it's very important as believers that we should look to see how we program in ourselves, because sometimes we don't even know that we're actually being controlled by the flesh. So we have to check our daily routine to see if God is included. If we find time for Him in the morning, if we would have find time for Him in the midday, if we would have find time for Him in the night. Sometimes when we do check our schedule, there's nothing there with God, and God is such a jealous God.